Okay, let's fire this puppy up. How we doing, boys? Sunday, March. The weather's beautiful outside. I should be running RCs, but instead I'm not. We're fixing today. We are doing some bash prep. This is the rebuttal to what we did yesterday or last week. After we finished last week's live, I wanted, with the Rustler and modifying the engine and all that shit. Hey, Mark, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, pal. Sorry, I have my headphones going in my ears and it's messing up what I'm talking. I need to turn them off. Turn the volume off. Anyway, shit. Okay, so we modified the Rustler, the 2.5. Hey, Otis, what's going on, pal? We ran that. I released the video for that this morning. So if you guys seen the bashing this morning, dude, it was epic. The 2.5 ran great. The porting was awesome. The engine was very responsive. Here, I can actually grab it real quick. Hey, be quiet. Right? So we'll actually look at that for a minute since that's what we finished up last week. Pop these off real quick. Yes, RC Box Club. I am absolutely loving this new stand. Just so you guys know, it's epic. Super happy with that. Okay. So like I said, so this is the Rustler. This is the one we modified. It's looking like I got fuel all over it. I really wish they had a better tank for this vehicle. It's really shitty. Yeah, I was able to figure out an electronic box. Obviously, I need to replace this. It's getting broke. It wasn't super awesome when I did it. And so I'm going to order a new one of these and redo it. But the two outer foam to protect that's money right there. Normally this air filter, because it's the motor saver version, right? Normally it's so caked with dirt. And look at that, boys. Yeah. That's exactly how you want it. Nice and clean still, right? Even after fuel getting spilt on it from the tank, right? So this vehicle, I think I've got it sorted out. We're running the two outer foams, to keep the air filter clean. Need to figure out a better tank situation, obviously. But overall, the porting and everything, it's running crazy good. New bearings, new rod, new wrist pin, ported the sleeve. It's awesome, guys. I can't even tell you. And I did want to throw out there, if you guys are interested in, now I'll only do used engines, but if you'd like me to port an engine, you can go ahead and ship me one. I'll ship it back. We'll port it live, and then I'll ship it back to you. No money, just, for content, RC content. If you guys are interested in letting me do that, I would be happy to do that. It'd be fun. Okay, so yeah, like I said, super happy with the Rustler. Everything's going really good with that platform. Obviously, I need to blow her off and whatnot. Okay, let me check the chat here real quick. So Mark, Bob's, Chino, we got All Aspects. We got Mr. TK18 Molds. Okay, we got everybody. How we doing? How we doing this beautiful Sunday? I hope you guys, are doing well, because I'm doing great. I don't know. There's a couple of things I wanted to do, right? Kind of, I'm trying to see if SLC Nitro pops on or not. But let's, real quick, let's talk about this. Okay, you guys all know badmaxx. badmaxx, this is my not my very first T-Max, but my very first T-Max that I ever built. I bought this truck brand new in 2021, I think. And then 6 months later, I ripped her down for a big block build. I kind of recorded, the process, not a whole lot, but it's, it's there, kind of, sorty. But yeah, this truck is just out of control. So SLC Nitro's brother-in-law, Jordan, he's the one who's been repairing this cage over the time, right? I found that piece of bar and we bent it, and my brother-in-law helped me, but Jordan has been repairing it and fixing because he's like a pro welder. He does it professionally. Anyway, so I am super happy, super blessed. Look at this. Look at this quality. It'll focus. Look at those welds, man. Let's take a second and just look at that. I know Haywire, if Haywire was here, he'd appreciate it for sure. You know what I mean? But just so beautiful, right? Completely cut all the he upgraded it to 6 mil pipe too. Look at the difference, right? I think that other stuff was 3 and this is 6, right? So completely, right? It started life as an Inta-G. They're like $50 on eBay. They're real shitty, to be honest. But, after, if you can weld and can fix it, oh man. But I love what Jordan did with this. I just told him to do whatever, and this is what he came up with. I almost kind of wish there was a bar there, but I understand why he didn't because of the fuel tank. And it was difficult with the old piece. This is a new tank. I actually cut the corner off, to make it work with the roll cage. It was in the way. So I am going to be pulling this down, and repainting it. badmaxx probably is not going to be ran this summer. I think I'm going to focus on my other rigs. When I put the Robinson Racing gears in, I had to completely modify the shaft. If you actually go back in my channel, you can see a Robinson Racing install where I modify the one-way shaft, the forward-only shaft. The gear set that I ordered wasn't for the forward-only, even though it said it was. The shaft was wrong, and I just modified it instead of ordering the proper shaft. And I've done that twice. However, I didn't properly shim this gearbox all that well. I was still kind of new into things and was learning. Like I said, I don't have, 15, 20 years in this hobby like most of you guys do. I'm the new guy on the block, really. But anyway, I need to reshim this gearbox. I do have a new head to go on top. And with the new roll cage, the new head will fit. I even got a flexi cap for it, baby. Oh yeah. Brand new head. I can't wait, for this T-Max to look good again. I've put lots of gallons on this truck. It blows out front diffs all the fucking time. I've put like 4 diffs in it, 4 or 5 front diffs, 1 rear diff. It's just a really solid truck. THS. It's got that Force 28 Max, right? Now they're made by Partcore currently. Here, let's see if we can. Oh, that light's dead. Fuck. There we go. At least that one, right? So you guys can see in there. It's dirty. It's abused, this truck. Like I said, it's got lots of fuel on it, lots of runtime. I mean, you can see that pour down, the top of the head there, that it's just been abused. But yeah, this truck, like I said, I don't think I'm going to run it this summer. We're going to tear it down. We're going to clean it. We're going to rebuild everything, freshen everything up, get it all new for the following season. Or, maybe the end of the season, I'll run it a little bit. But it's time to show this truck some love that it deserves. It is definitely a typical big block T-Max. It's out of control. It wheelies on command. It's fucking just ridiculous. So yeah, it definitely needs to get some love. And so we're going to show it love this year, over this summer. Now let me catch up on comments here real quick. Let's see what everyone's talking about. I'm curious. So Molds is looking for a cage. That's cool. Hey Niles, what's going on, brother? Yeah. So yeah, everyone's just saying what up. Okay, right? All right. So you guys are just listening to me, not having your own conversations. That's good. Okay. So if we're doing that, right? If I'm just steering the show, then I want to show you guys something. I am very fond of my exhaust collection. This is not everything, but pretty much everything that I have, exhaust-wise. And I figured you guys would appreciate this. Who doesn't like, to look at a collection every now and then, right? I have some real interesting pipes. I still have yet to get one from Offna Guy. He's talked to me about it in the past. I don't know if he's actually producing his pipes yet or whatever his situation is, but, he did say that he'd get me one of these days. And so I'm excited about that. So just to start, right, this was the stock exhaust off of my Offna buggy, right? I think these were an 086 clone or whatever. I'm not 100% on that, but it does got that double bent header. Real interesting, real thick gasket, kind of like a Pico gasket. Real interesting. But in real good condition off my Offna. So I don't, I bought a box from a yard sale. That's how I got my couple of Savages. My little Savage, that's not a little Savage anymore. But anyway, and this was in the box. I did put it on my Rustler for a while. Obviously, I dented it. It wasn't perfect for the Rustler, but man, this pipe was really good. I do think it's from a Traxxas of some kind. Like maybe a Fortec I've seen, I think. Or maybe it even, was an upgrade for the Rustler at one point. But not 100% on that. I do have a brand new LST pipe, right? I mean, it does have that mark for the tube or whatever. I don't know how it got its mark right there, but right, in perfect condition. Losi LST header too. Bam. Yeah, buddy. Right? So that's money right there. I refuse to let that go. I'll never sell that. Yeah. So I got this super cheap. This is your, there it goes. Losi 8 RTR, exhaust. Had a really interesting header, right? Any direction, right? So like if you were to build a double, a double engined Savage or T-Max or something like that, right? And you'd have to figure out the exhaust, right? So, I have plans to do that in the future. And so that's why I was ordering stuff like this that has the ring. You know what I mean? You can position them either direction. It doesn't matter. Because you never know how one of those builds are going to go. You know what I mean? This is another buggy pipe. Nova Rossi pipe. I've never opened it, never tried it. But I do have that. Luckily, so I saw John, the Nitro Addiction. He bought one of these, and I got super jealous. So I instantly looked online, and I found one as well. And so I ordered one. So I still got a Savage pipe, brand new in the package. During that time, I never did try it. I was going to, but I also ordered the LRP Screamer, right? I heard, or the Rebel. Yeah, this is the Rebel pipe, not the Screamer. Screamer's the one I wanted. But I still have yet to try that. Stock Savage header, no big deal. Okay. So ordered this for the Rustler. This is the Power Racing, right? Same size as the Rustler, dimension-wise. Rocky Mountain Bashers, what's going on, brother? How we doing? But yeah, so this is the exact same pipe, pretty much, that's on the Rustler now. Just new brand, reinforced stinger. Real nice, dude. I've yet to check that out. RCR mods, right? They offer two exhausts. They have the Beast, and then they have the other one. I can't remember what it's called. Jordan, that welder guy that welded my cage, right? He cut my original Savage exhaust header, and he cut the header because, like, the way that this is welded right here, dude, it's not easy to just separate from the tube to replace the tubing. Like, it's weird. It's like soldered, but it's, I don't even know how to explain it, but you can't just torch it and pull them apart. Like, that's not how it works. Anyway, so he modified this to make it work on the Savage. This is the Beast, the 2148, right? And so I've only tried this with the 5.9, the HPI 5.9, and it was great. Man, it had some serious power. It was fucking awesome, to be honest. Okay, now let's get into. So I have an one MIP pipe. This is, I originally bought it for badmaxx. However, the way that the Stinger is and all of that, the 28 just puts out too much. So this exhaust was very, very limiting for that engine. But for like a 3.3 or a 2.5, dude, I would imagine that this would be an amazing T-Max exhaust, right? But just have yet to really try it. I do have a 3.3 T-Max I could try it on. I just haven't. But I guess I should try it one of these days. And then this next one, right? A shop favorite, right? So some of you cats might know Hunter Routh. He was pushing pipes for a little while on Facebook. And then I think RCR mods or ERCM mods or whatever it is shut him down, right? I think there was some copycat issues going on. But so he first made this. He called it the shop pipe, right? It's a straight, an end bleed expansion chamber, basically, right? It actually sounds pretty cool, and I don't know, it tunes super rich. It made the motor run real cool, but it wasn't super powerful. I think it was more kind of like a top end type thing. Like it fucking screamed with this on there. But it was just, kind of struggled on the low end of things. And then I actually have 3 of Hunter Routh's pipes that he made, right? So this was the first like ERCM style that he made. This was his test pipe. He actually sent this to me for free because I spent money with him on the other pipes, on the shop pipe and then this other one that I'll show you. So this was a very interesting pipe. It screamed as well. I don't know, like I didn't spend a whole lot of time on it. And so I don't know if that's why, it never tuned super awesome, but I kind of struggled with this one. But I didn't really like put patience into it. So, we're just going to say that too. Right. But yeah, real interesting test pipe. I know that HPI'd Savage on his twin Carbonzilla, he actually has 2 of the real pipes that came after this one on that, which are an ERC clone. And then Hunter Routh, he sent me this one. Like I said, I don't mind. Like if you guys are designing things to push the RC hobby forward, and you need help funding these projects, please get a hold of me. I'd be happy to buy prototypes to help you move forward, with supplies and all of that. And that's exactly what I did with Hunter Routh. Like I said, I don't know what the fuck happened to the dude or whatever. He just kind of blew me off. But I ended up buying this one from him too, right? So I did end up plugging one of the Stingers with some butyl. It made the pipe run a lot better after that point. But this one is a real interesting pipe. It had a really weird noise too. But it tuned fine and it ran fine. I didn't have any issues with the pipe. And then, there's your, return pressure line. But just real interesting design. And like I said, I didn't have any problems with this one. It ran fine. So, there's that. Yeah. So this is the Tiezas. Or however, I don't know how you say that, Tiezas or old Buku twin chamber pipe. So I don't know what that is. The Buku. I've heard the name. I know Woogie Nitro uses their clutches and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm newer in the hobby. I've only been, a Nitro guy for like 4 years now. And so, yeah. But anyway, so like I said, this is the Tieza's pipe. This was on that Revo that I bought that, over the summer, which I've now rebuilt. I haven't showed it much on the channel. But this was the original pipe that came with it. But this isn't the original resonator. Let me show you the Revo. So here is the Revo now, right? Here is my current body shell for it. I painted it up with some Traxxas paint. Shoe gooed it, right? I still haven't bashed it. So this also has the Force 28 Max, right? It's got the Force, the billet mount. I did do the ball bearing, little rotator pivot there. This is the transmission that the Robinson Racing gear video is on. I cut and modified the one-way shaft to make this work. So it is one way only. It has a no-name brand 086 on it, right? It's the 3-spring. It's got a really long stinger, and then it's also got this, little tail on there. Like I said, I bought this with a 3.3, and I gave the 3.3 away. Sent it. I can't remember the dude's name. Speed Gears 123. Of course, I'm running my same servos that I run in everything. But yeah, can't wait to bash this summer. This is going to be a rig that comes out this summer. Yeah, bought it, completely rebuilt it, and still haven't fucked with it yet. Okay, so after that pipe, so this is just a regular Traxxas resonator, but drilled the stinger, right? So this is what I put on the that same engine, that Force 28 Max with a drilled stinger. Oh my gosh, they run so good, it's crazy. The Traxxas pipe, I don't know why people hate it so much. It's great. Even the Revo pipe, I love them both from Traxxas. Yeah, like you don't need to replace them with the 3.3. I'm sorry, but you don't. I think they run great. Okay, last little couple of pieces here, right? I got this universal 10th scale header though. It's got the ring, so you can adjust it either way. Once again, thinking about doing the dual engine T-Max. And then I've got just a bunch of random THS headers. Here's another universal header. Pretty much any universal thing I try to buy, so I have it. But yeah, so that's besides some cooling heads, that's a look at my exhaust collection. Figured you guys might like that. I know I always like to look at collections. I'm a weirdo. I enjoy that stuff. Where did there it is. All right. Okay. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of the live stream here. Since we've been wasting hell of time. Let's check out the chat. With 2 separate chambers with a diaphragm and spring. So you're talking like the CVEC pipe, because it had an adjustable chamber, right? High RPM, the exhaust would push the diaphragm, opening the second stinger. Oh, that's interesting. So the higher the pressure inside the pipe, then it would open up to help relieve that pressure. That's crazy, dude. That's kind of cool. Kind of acted like a VTEC. Interesting. Yo, yeah, dude, that is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that is very interesting. That would be definitely neat to play with and try. Okay. So the LST, right? This is why we're here, baby. I have a really low number, right? It's actually pretty cool, right? I have one of the first 1,000, XXL. Super cool. That's probably my favorite feature of this truck is that damn number. So I did go through, right? And you can see that I changed everything to stainless steel. That was the biggest mistake of my life. I did that to badmaxx too. And so badmaxx will be getting a new screw kit, and so will this, over the summer. I do not recommend stainless steel screws for bashing, for a wall ride or whatever, okay. But Tony Screws is the only place to get screws. They are the hardened steel screws. They don't strip. If you combine them with MIP tools, you will never have an issue on your RC with a strip screw ever again. I mean, it eliminates it. So remember that. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck. Tony Screws are the only screw kits that you buy. Unless you just, buy your own hardened screws and, make your own kits. That's different, of course. But if you're going to buy from a company, you buy from Tony's because it's the best. Sorry. Hate me, love it, whatever. But yeah. All right. Malo's in the house. What's up, brother? How we doing? Okay, so you guys can see here, we got a beautiful, very mint condition LST. No real scratches on it. It's got some, a rub mark, I guess, from just sitting there. So I'm not really sure the condition of the battery. We'll have to mess with that. But very, very low runtime LST. I was waiting for 1,000 subs to break it out. And we're definitely, with the rate that thing is going right now, right? With the way my channel's going, we're going to hit the 1,000 before summer even hits. So I want to thank everybody for subscribing. You guys are all legends, man. You guys are making this channel happen, one subscriber at a time, and it's so cool. It makes me so happy, that I'm doing at least one thing right in life, like for real. And so, I appreciate that. Yeah, let's, so, I don't know. I kind of want to take the motor out. I want to see how you guys feel about it. Let's see. It looks like Floyd's in the house. We got Ronnie in the house. What's going on, guys? But yeah, so like I said, I kind of want to pull this engine out, and I just want to tear it down real quick and take a look at it, kind of see how the guts look. I haven't ran it in an extremely long time. It is running a forced carburetor because the losi carburetor is a piece of shit. Struggled with it. I know Chino is struggling with his, 454 carb. Which, Chino, if I would have known that, brother, when I sent you that package, dude, look, hang on a second. Like, look, dude, right? Chino, I feel hella bad, brother, right? Look at this. Boom, boom, right? 2 brand new carbs that fit the losi 454, dude. If you want one, dude, I will send one to you, brother. No problem, dude. I'll get one in the mail to you, man. I know one of them's used from the 21. That one's the used one, it looks like. But still, this one's brand new, right? No fuel been through it. Send it to you, dude. If you want it, let me know. Hey, Chino, thank you for the donation, brother. Appreciate that. Hell yeah. Just goes towards giveaways and stuff like that for the channel. So, Chino, you're the man, dude. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, let me know, Chino. I'll get that to you, bud, if you want it. For your 454. A lot better of a carburetor. Ever since I did that, my 454 has ran straight up solid, like solid. It's looking like OG showed up. What's up, brother? How we doing? Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. Always appreciated. But yeah, so let's get going. So I think these, yeah, it's looking like we're going to have to, got to get these out somehow. There we go. I'm going to have to get some nippers. Channing, will you let tighten out, babe, please? All right. So I don't want to loosen the motor mounts because my mesh is absolutely perfect. So I am going to take the motor apart on the truck and leave the mounts, in place. I know it's probably kind of weird, but honestly, it's going to be way better than redoing the mesh. I don't like doing mesh on these two geared, transmissions, because you got to get that engine completely straight, and it's just difficult in my opinion. But yeah, Chino, you're a legend, brother. You donated last week. You donated this week, man. You don't have to do that. I hope you know. But it is appreciated, man. I do appreciate it. So thank you. We get this down. There we go. Now we can get down the side. Let's pull this exhaust spring real quick. Right? Let's see, where's the blue? No, it's the red. Where's the red one? There it is. Alright. Okay, now let's undo the engine. Wow, that wasn't very tight. Probably a good thing I'm looking at this. Oh, that's not the right size. We need these tools. Forgot about that. Standard, not metric. I wish the damn box club would give me standard tools instead of metric tools. Because I could use a good set of standard tools. I still have, I got these old dynamite ones, but I've only got the 2 out of the 4. I don't know what the hell happened to the other 2 of them. But I do have the main ones, though, which is good. But yeah, so little backstory, how I acquired this truck. I was real lucky. I was working at 4840, my current job, building pallets. And I had a guy, apply, get hired on. We started chatting. He's like, oh yeah, I have a bunch of RC cars in storage. Well, it turned out he didn't have a bunch. He had one. And it was this. It was a losi LST. He was struggling financially. He was having a really hard time finding a place to live. Get that damn ball off. He was having a hard time finding a place to live, and so I offered him $300, and he took it. I think it was a very fair deal for a used LST. It did come with some extra parts. It came with the LST upgrade kit, which was really cool. So I've got extra axles and hexes and all kinds of shit, A-arms, everything. The kit already had all of this installed. And so it's just super cool to have. So we got the engine out. Like I said, see, we're still running that forced carb, right? Everything's looking good. I don't think I'm going to pull the clutch apart. That's looking all good. Still the factory clutch. Top of our piston is looking great so far. Let me grab a paper plate. Let's move some stuff here. Okay, and we also got to fix that thing there. Yeah, now we got Chino up to 40. Shit, brother. Attaboy. Let's fix this real quick. Chino, donations. Chino's up to 40. Yeah, buddy. Yes, SLC Nitro. Very, very clean truck. Yep, I'm very blessed and lucky that I received it in a fashion like this. Like I said, I have upgraded it. I put the red shock bodies. It had the black ones. Those the old shocks are on my Savage. I did get the servo mounts. Those are all in blue. You know, the diff cases came blue, but I also got the whatever the hell you call these, the sway bar kit. I found a used but new sway bar kit. And I pulled all the telemetry off because I don't do that. I can't stand the telemetry. I think it's horrible. So I removed all of that. Rather than that, though, besides, like I said, the stainless steel screw kit, the sway bars, servo mounts, and that's it. Other than that, this truck is stock. I do have some cool parts for it, though. I do have a forward-only kit. 1926. Are you talking about the clutch bell? Hang on, Chino. Give me a second here. 1, 2. 18. So this has got an 18 on it. And then let's do the other one. It says 1825. That's what I got. 1825. I don't know if that's good, bad, or whatever, but it's the only clutch bell I've ever seen. Yeah, it's the 1825, Chino. What does that mean? Like, does it matter? Or is it just, you know, whatever? Okay. Gotta be careful with these pull starts. Y'all know that, though. Okay, so I do see a little bit of oil behind the pull start here, you know, behind the starter shaft. So let's check this out here. Hopefully everything's good in this baby. I'm sure it is. It was running absolutely killer when I put it away. Like I said, that forced carb made all the difference. It did not have that spring, Jeffrey. No, it didn't. So, you know, I don't know. It's up to you, dude. If you have a pen and want to put one in there, dude, do it. But if you don't, I mean, obviously it's going to be okay. Like, you know, all these other engines aren't having it, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. So, that's looking great. Oh, yeah, sleeve pulled right out. So, yep, that's beautiful. Okay, we know that we're not having issues there. We haven't cooked it. Cooked oil to stick the sleeve. Still got to get that damn connecting rod off, though. Shit. God, it's a used engine and I still can't get it off. Holy shit. There it goes. Good God. Wow. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to get super crazy. I'm not going to pull the clutch apart, right? But currently, here, let me get my light going. Might mess up my talking here, but. Right? So, this carb is a long needle carb. Right? Inside's looking good. You know, obviously it's got some caster and whatnot, you know, stuck to it. But looking real good. You know, spinning good. But, you know. All right, here. Chino, let me ask you this, brother. Okay, so, I mean, you see this, right? You know, real low use. Okay, real low use on this 454. right? Look at that. That piston's barely even worn in, dude. Like barely. Like shit. This, you know what I mean? This engine's got so much life left in it, right? Do you think I should, you know what I mean? Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying, SLC Nitro, right? So the 454 is badass. Like there's no saying that this engine isn't a badass engine. Do I run it this summer, right? Or do I put something like the 5.9 on it? Okay, I have a real good, you know, great compression 5.9 right now. Yeah, dude, Chino, right? Looks new. Exactly. You know what I mean? Right? I know that I'm going to be trashing the kit, but do I trash that original engine with it or what? Or do I save that and put that original engine on it later? You know, that's kind of what I'm thinking, right? You know, because I could slap this bitch on there, and I mean, this engine will chug that, you know, LST around no problem. You know what I mean? It's a 5.9. Like this thing's a fucking beast, right? Not now it's a force, right? So it's not the most powerful of engines, right? Just because it's a 5.9 doesn't mean it's oh my god crazy, right? That doesn't mean that. But I will say though, you know what I mean? Very reliable, and it runs like a fucking champ. 300 degrees is nothing to this puppy. Like it loves it. I'm telling you. Rinks, how we doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it, brother. But yeah, you know what I mean? I could, like I said, I could throw this on there, be no issue, right? I also have that OS 30 to throw on. You know what I mean? We could throw that OS 30 on there too. So I'm just kind of having a quandrum, you know. I don't know. Do I just bash the original engine and not worry about it and just have fun? And when it goes, throw it away, you know? Hey! Cut it out! But, yeah, so let's put it up to a vote real quick, right? You know, just put something in the comments real quick if you think I should run that that losi 454, right? Keep it original, bash the fuck out of it, and just rip it, right? Who gives a shit? Right? Give me a thumb up or something for that. Right? You know, thumbs down if you think that's a horrible idea. Right? Put the 5.9 on there and be done with it. Be happy. Yeah, see, throw on that OS. See, and I agree, man. Like, I would love to. And I literally... Right? Nitro Pop, literally, bro. Check this thing out. It's the sexiest fucking thing you'll ever see, bro. Okay? Brand fucking new, right? Brand new. Not a drop of fuel, bro. Right? It even comes with the roto plate. I mean, I put that fucker on upside down, but still, right? I was just throwing it on real quick just to get it on there. But yeah, dude, right? Just sexy as fuck. See, Chino's saying, hell no, don't do that, bro. Right? So, I mean, if that's the route, then obviously we're going to have to probably break that motor mount loose to put the 5.9 on there. God, the 454 though, dude, it's just such a beautiful engine, right? So, hey, Jeffrey, right here, bro. Okay, Jeff, your LRP spec 4.1 versus the 4.0, right here is the difference, brother. Okay, the 4.1 has this cut, right? Where the 4.0 doesn't. It doesn't have the relief, and it doesn't have the hole cut in the side of the piston to help feed the port, right? So that's the difference also between the SH, right? The LRP 4.1 and 4.0. But I mean, this thing just has insane compression, dude. Insane, right? But yeah, see that same A1 stamp, just like the LRP. Real interesting, man. It's real interesting stuff to me. Okay. But yeah, this OS, dude. I mean, it's so neat, bro. Right? I got the original book. Came with even the air filter for it to put it on a Savage. Right? Like, so sick. Came with a couple foams, everything. Just so sick, bro. Owner's manual. You know, this is supposed to be ran on 20% oil. Like, no shit. I'm telling you, look. Let me, right? Says HPI backplate unit, right? So, I mean, this was meant for Savage, dude. Like, no shit. They OS made this engine for Savage. But let me see here. Carburetor, glow plug. I can't remember where it was. But it straight up says that it takes 20% oil. So, where is it? I don't know. It's interesting though. It's right here somewhere. Right? Fill tank completely up to 30%. Shit. Anyway, I promise you it's in there, right? I'll make a video on it one of these days. And I think that's why everyone had such problems. Even if you're running 30% nitro, it calls for 20% oil, right? Even if you're running 30%. And I think that's why a lot of people had problems with these, is because they just didn't run enough oil in it, right? It needs that caster to seal and keep these going. It's an ABN. It's not ABC. It's different. Anyway. Okay. Chino, we need to get together though, brother. Like I said, you know, it's getting time. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's getting time though. I need to talk to you about that body, bro. We need to get some shipping happening. Because it's getting time for this thing to rip, right? One last thing, right? I'm always talking about motor savers and all of that. Okay. They don't have an LST specific motor saver. So I purchased the outerwear, right? I think I'm going to ditch this. I think I'm going to move this to the Rustler, right? If it can scrunch down enough instead of doing those two foams, right? Do that instead. I think it'd work, you know, fairly decent. You know, size-wise, obviously it's a little too big. But like I said, if it'll scrunch down behind there, you know, instead of using the hella foams, might be cool. But I also, I bought this for the OFNA buggy. And I couldn't put the body shell on with it. Right? Like, you know what I mean? For the buggy, the motor saver for the buggy. And so I was thinking about throwing that on here for the LST. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to ditch this and, you know, swap it to an actual real motor saver. Okay. I'm going to throw this back together real quick with you guys. But yeah, look at how beautiful. Really good condition. All of my stuff is ran on Torco. Some people talk shit on it, right? I know the Bug 404 is not a big fan of it. I've heard him say bad things in a couple of his videos. But I've heard things in the past too that Torco used bad oil and stuff like that. But like they've rectified all that. Torco is super cheap to ship. You know, I get 4 gallons of it for $200 shipped to my house. You know, hazmat shipping and all of that. Like, it's epic, dude. And so I support them, you know, very proudly because of, you know, their prices and their shipping. Like, I get my fuel in a couple of days. It's awesome. And I'm not having any issues inside my engines. I do see a thin coat of oil over everything. But no gum. It's staying oily and slick. Like it's, yeah, like I'm loving it. You know, if you're not having a similar experience with your fuel that you're currently using, I would suggest that you try Torco. You know, give it a whirl. Never hurts to try something, right? And you might end up really liking it. So always, you know, keep it in mind for sure. You know, definitely don't hate until you try it. Start driving this. Uh, let's see what's going on. The big red. Is the big red sleeve the same? Hang on a second. That's something I could show you. Okay. So here is the Dynamite Big Red sleeve. Right? So it's the exact same, bro. And that's the engine that JP gave me. You know, still got good pinch. Well, not good pinch, but it's got pinch. You know what I mean? It'll run. Boost ports? I do not see boost ports. Nope. See? Look. And I don't see it cuts in the piston either. What do you mean by that, Chino? The Big Red and the SH28 are the same? Is that what you're meaning? Because yeah, I mean the 454 too. So this Big Red is the same as the LRP 4.0, the 32 4.0. It's cut the exact same. Obviously, the piston would be bigger, but I'm just saying like the sleeve, it's the same. You know, the way that they cut it. So I'm not sure, like, so I've noticed that a lot of these engines are running similar style cut sleeves. So yeah, same as 454. Yeah, that's what I thought, right? So they're all running the similar cuts and all of that. I have a timing wheel, right, for these engines. I need to start timing these engines. I need Jordan to make me one little teeny cut piece where I can screw it down so I can have an accurate way of reading the degrees, right? I'll have to get with SLC Nitro and hopefully maybe we can make something one of these days. Because timing, I think, is, you know, the real difference between all of these RTR engines. You know what I mean? That's where you're getting your real difference. They're all the fucking same. You know, the sleeves look the same, the cut the same. They're almost all the same displacement. Like it's crazy how many of these engines are you know, basically the same. I mean, they're the same fucking thing. You know, with a different name on it. Just interesting. I love it. I hope you guys do too. Because I do. I love it. Yeah. Let me just finish putting this back together here real quick, guys. Right? I do know that I need to rebind the radio on this. Over last summer, somehow my radio got reset. And so I lost all of my presets for my trucks, all of my different trucks. And so everything's got to be rebound and redone, and it's lame. It's like super lame, hard lame, I'm telling you. But yeah, get that wiped off. Let's get this in there. You know, never really been a fan of this pull start. I did replace it because originally it was broken when I got it from dude at my work. So I did put a new one on there, but I just used the damn electric start. I mean, these pull starts are shittier than the force ones even. And that's saying something in my opinion. Because the force pull starts suck. I don't know, they all suck really. I'm just an electric start guy. I'm lazy. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Mark, no, I'm not rebuilding the 2.5 again, right, dude? So that last live stream, I ported that, and then, you know, put the new rod and wrist pin and all that, dude. It ran so good, dude. I do have a video of it. I released that this morning. If you want to check that out. Yeah, I mean, I take it easy. I don't like super hard rip it until like the end of the video. You know, just to be nice to it, to let it all settle back in and break in. But yeah, the porting, oh my goodness. It is so snappy and responsive, and the tune is so fat. I actually richened it up before I even fired it up, and then I never even touched the needles again. I just left it like that. And it was just amazing. So I'm not sure, what exactly I all did. All I know is I didn't do much. I didn't mess with the timing or anything like that. But whatever I did, it absolutely woke that engine up, dude. It's great. And so I'm just super happy with the way it turned out. I did want to offer my services to other people. If you are willing to ship me a used engine, right? I don't want a brand new one. I don't want to modify new, only used. But if you guys would like me to port a sleeve for you or something like that, we can do it live. I would love to do that, for RC content. I think that'd be super fun, again. And then we could do something, very similar to how that live stream went. And so if you guys are interested in that, just let me know. And yeah, we'll set that up and that'll be cool. That'll be way cool. I just don't have enough engines laying around to sit and mess with, to sit and do it all the time. And I wish I did. And so that's why I'd have to, reach out to you guys, borrow some of your engines and let me play with them. Of course, free of charge. We're not trying to send, any, not trying to charge you money. I just want to make some cool RC content and maybe help you out along the way. I would never do anything that would hurt your engine. Like I'm not, until I know exactly what I'm doing as far as like adjusting timing and stuff like that, like I'm not going to do that. I would just simply port them, and send them back, maybe work on the crank a little bit, but nothing crazy and nothing that's going to make your engine not run. I wouldn't do that just for the sake of making a video. Like that's not how I would roll. But Mark, yeah, dude, that's exactly. So I will. I think you're still in my email, Mark. I think I sent you a package, didn't I? If I didn't, in my channel description is my email. It's off a little bit, right? Because because of robots and all the stupid stuff, right? But if you go into my channel description, there's my email. Just remove the E here at the end and email me. Like I said, I did that for robots and shit like that, so I don't get, spammed. But yeah, there's that. Email me. We'll work something out. And then, like I said, we'll do it live. And it'll be cool, man. I would definitely enjoy that if you're interested. I am very interested. Okay. So let's slide this bad boy back in there. Where's that damn driver? Oh, I think I might have to take the head back off, though. I think I messed up. But don't matter. Okay. Yeah, Mark, email me, bro. Let's do it, man. I'm serious. I'd love to. I think it'd be an absolute blast to, modify your engine on a live stream. And then, I'll ship it right back to you, dude. And then you can update us on how it went. If you notice any difference, maybe take some before and after footage. That'd be really cool, dude. You know what I mean? Just, have fun with it. But yeah, let's do that, Mark. You hit me up, bud. Let's do it. I'm excited. I'll be waiting for it. You know what I mean? You pay the fees to ship to me, and I'll pay the fees to ship it back. Right? Just do kind of an even thing like that. That way, you don't have to worry about it. Right? Just make sure. I think I have your address though. But you know what I mean? Just make sure I have your address so I can ship it back to you when we're done. But yeah. Oh man, I'm excited. Thanks, Mark. Hell yeah, dude. That's gonna be cool. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm waiting for that now. So right on. Shout out to Mark Nugent. Dude's an absolute legend. He knows what's up. He knows what's good. Yep. All right. Get this puppy back in there. So it's in good shape. But yeah, I think we'll decide on what to do. I don't know. I got that big red from JP that I can put in here, which I think actually I think that's what I'm going to end up doing is putting the big red in here just to try it out, see how it does. You know, and then you know, kind of go from there. You know, if things get real good, maybe I'll do that OS 30. I mean, that's what really should go in here. But I'm just having a hard time with that engine because of just how much I spent on it. You know, I mean, there's this guy, his name is David Myers. I'm sure you guys have seen him on Facebook. He's always trying to sell these really high detailed airbrush bodies for like the Mega Baja and stuff like that, right? On Facebook. So he painted those himself, right? The dude he's phenomenal. Crazy good painter. But he had a bunch of stuff that I bought from him. I got a brand new losi 454 from him, and it had even a clutch on it, LST clutch. So not only did I separate it, I sold the 454 separate, but I also was able to sell the clutch separate. And I actually made money off that deal as well, and that's how I got the OS 30 was from him. And once again, he gave me some extra pieces. It came with a clutch and some other stuff. I was able to make a little bit of money back on it. But basically, I'm into that engine still $300. And so that's kind of why I've had a hard time wanting to break it in. Because if I fire it up, I'm never going to get that money back, right? And even then, I still, you know, I mean, I don't think I overpaid for it, but I mean, I overpaid for it, right? 300's a lot for an OS 30, you know, but it is in brand new condition. It's discontinued, and you're not going to find another one, you know. I mean, well, I mean, I'm sure you could, but just it's going to be rare, right? So yeah, it's just one of those RC conundrums that you just don't know what to do. You know, I just don't know what to do about it yet. But yeah, so this bitch is on there. Let's you know, look at that motor saver real quick. Hang on, let me grab some oil, guys. Be right back. Okay, so I'm sure you guys watch Adam Drake just like I do. He released a air filter video. I found it quite interesting. You know, especially coming from Drake. Obviously, he buys pre-oiled air filters, and then what he does. Hang on, say Copa. 1 second. Anyway, so he, like I said, so he pulls them out of the package. He daubs the hell out of them, pulls a bunch of oil out, and then throws them on his rigs. I've never done that, right? And I have a whole background in running, you know, four-wheelers and shit like that. And like, we never did that, right? We always made sure our air filters were nice and oily so it would catch everything. You know what I mean? Even if you had to clean it throughout the weekend, you know, like that was fine too. You know what I mean? Because at least you were catching all the dirt, right? But according to Drake, right, you're supposed to get it real oily and then daub it out. And so we're going to check that out, right? Let me get it in the bag real quick. Kind of have my own way of doing it. I have one bag so it saves the oil. But yeah, and then just drench it. Right? But this is why I like Motor Saver, right? These foamies are so cheap, right? You can replace them every time if you wanted. Like literally they're that cheap. But I use them a couple of times, even still. Right? Since the filter was dyed kind of blue, we're going to make a purple with the red. So you're going to see a nice purple oil filter. And then what Drake does, right? He pulls a shitload of oil back out of it, right? He was saying something like 10 seconds that you press and hold it like that. It was like 10 seconds in the video, right? Look at how much oil I just pulled out of it, right? Is there any oil left? Like I just don't know. You guys tell me, how do you feel about that procedure right there, right? Okay, as stupid as this may sound, like this is a big deal, right? I mean, you know, Drake is doing this on $600-700 engines. These are just ready to run pieces of shit, right? They don't even matter, right? But so is that right there? Is that what? How would you trust that on your engine? Right there, right? So I oiled the piss out of it and then I just wrung it out, right? Would you trust that on your engine right now? Me personally, hell no, dude. I don't think that's enough, right? Um, let me see here. Let's go through the chat real quick. So, Sakopa. So yeah. So I mean, I started RC when I was a kid. I loved the Tycos and the Walmarts and all that shit. But I never really like heavily RC'd until I was old enough to pay for it. I did do electric racing during 2017. I won our local national rookie division. It was pretty cool. I had a big old trophy. It's pretty neat. But now I just bash. You know, I just buy trucks and rip them up. Yeah. Yeah, no worries, man. We don't care about your English here, dude. Just as long as you're here and enjoying and, you know, having fun, that's all that matters. Okay? So like I said, so back to this... yeah, so like I said, back to the oil or air filter here, right? So Floyd, this is exactly how you run your air filters, right? Light oiled like that. Like that's to me, it seems like there's no oil in there, but I know it's oiled, like heavily oiled. Like I know that there's plenty in there, right? I know that, right? But to me, just the way I run my shit, it just that seems a little light to me. You know, like I said, just my own personal opinion. That just seems a little scant. But, you know, if Drake says that you're good, I believe him. You know, I do. I believe Drake, right? But let's okay, so let's check this out right here. Okay, let me read some comments here. So that's how Floyd, right? Nitro Bob, nice stream. Thanks, Nitro Bob. Love you, bro. See, SLC Nitro, right, dude, right? We do run in clay and sand. I get that. But so does fucking Drake, dude. Those tracks are very fine, you know, race dust, like, you know, they're gnarly, dude. And then let's see what Bob is saying here. Yeah, different crystals, of course. Yeah, you know, back in the day. I fortunately never participated in that. I missed the whole AM FM bullshit when it comes to the hobby. To my knowledge, it's always been 2.4. So, you know, at least that's how the hobby was for me, luckily, I guess. But yeah, look at that, right? Now we're running a motor saver on there. This right here, I'm sorry, is the single-handedly the best thing you can do to any one of your trucks at any point in time is put a motor saver on your truck. Okay, I don't care about, you know, whatever. This little mesh is just money. I'm sorry, but it is. It reduces the amount of dust that hits the air filter itself by 80-90%. I can go 2 bash days easy without even thinking about an air filter, right? I don't do that, but I could. And you know, I wouldn't even stress it. That's how much I love the motor saver. So yeah, R&B, right? Started at 1334. Hell yeah, right? So the Traxxas Stampede, the old brushed one with the Titan 17 turn, that was my very first RC. You know, back in like 2003, 2002, my dad bought me a Stampede from West Valley Hobbies. I know Rocky Mountain Bashers. I know you know who that is. But yeah, we'd go over to West Valley Hobbies, dude. That's where I got all my parts to fix it. And, you know, my dad did the bearing upgrades in the wheels and, you know, because it was bushings and shit like that. Like, it was cool, man. I loved it back in the day. You know, fell out of it for a lot of years and, you know, stumbled back into Nitro, man. It was epic. Glitched in 30-foot range. Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, back in the day, man, it was ghetto. But yeah, I absolutely love that Rustler. In my backyard, we had this big hill towards the back of the property, right? And I used to drive my ATV over it in just like this little teeny circle when I was like 8. Right? I'm a little kid, little Suzuki 185, just a little ghetto ass four wheeler, right? But I used to launch the Stampede off of it, and it would go over my back property line into my neighbor's backyard. Like it was cool. That thing ripped. I loved that Stampede, and I don't ever know what happened to it. Yeah, I took it to my mom's, and it just disappeared. Some tweaker stole it or whatever, at some point in time. Unfortunately, I'm sure that's what happened to it. Okay, so RMB. Let's do some reflections here for a minute, bud. Right? You just joined in. Check this out, man. So SLC Nitro's brother-in-law, right? His name is Jordan. The dude used to be on like Pimp My Ride or whatever. He was the welder, one of the welders, or some TV show, something like that. Okay, right? Correct me or whatever. You don't have to. Don't. It's fine. Anyway, so the dude has been fixing this cage over time. I've broke it many times. He's re-welded the knobs and this and that and whatever else, right? Well, he finally got sick of it and he cut the top of it off, right? And rebuilt it, and it's sick. I'm so happy. Like I said, the guy's name is Jordan. A very, very professional welder. His welds nice and liquid, right? You can tell that he's got it hot. He gets it perfect, right? Beautiful. But this truck's getting a new cooling head. It's getting rebuilt. I'm so excited. This is my one truck that really needs some love. I did put a new front diff in it, but it just needs to be shimmed and cleaned and, just everything looked at. It needs a once over, all the shocks rebuilt, all that shit. It needs it. It deserves it. So, just so you can, yeah, dude, it's a bitchin' ride, dude. It is. This truck is ridiculous. So, it's definitely well deserving and loved. Once again, shout out to my Flash Hobby servos. They're $45 on Amazon, and they're fucking just beasts. Amazing servos. I put them in everything, literally. So yeah, just a shout out there. I'm thinking that we're done, really. One last thing I could show R&B real quick, brother. I did buy a Revo, out at the racetrack out here in Twilla off of a kid. And I've completely revamped it, dude. So I do know that this is an old ass Revo, like old. It did have a 3.3 on it at one point, but it now has a force point 28. It is the 28 max, right? So it's a mid block. This engine is very, very powerful. That's what's running badmaxx down there, right? That truck down there, that's the same engine. It's got an 086, no name brand, 086 pipe. Running Robinson Racing transmission gears, of course, running the motor saver, as always. But it doesn't quite line up. I'm not sure why that's janky like that, but I'll have to figure that out one day. Once again, Flash Hobby servo. But beautiful, Revo. Can't wait to rip that this summer. I did put the wing on it. Yeah, I think it's going to be super, super fun. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hey, Chino. So did that remote adapter wire work out for you, pal? I hope it did for that late model or whatever you were doing. I'm trying to still work on that with this. It's fucking janky, dude. Even though it's Fastlane Machine plates, right? The dude from Fastlane Machine still did not move the fucking thing out of the way of the bell crank for the throttle. Like, how fucking stupid could you be, dude? You're making new chassis plates and you don't move the tank back 2 millimeters. Like, for real? Anyway, okay, that rant is over. Very frustrating. To not be able to hook your fucking gas tank up to the car because it hits right here in the corner and ruins your whole throttle and everything. Like, I just don't get that. Uh, well, Chino, I hope you get feeling better, dude. I didn't know you were down, man. So hopefully you get feeling better, brother. But yeah, very frustrating. You know, you spend all this money, you get new chassis plates, all this. I mean, I bought these ones used, thank God. But still, and you run into the same problem as the stock. Um, yeah, pray for Chino. I love that Nitro Bob. Atta boy, right? Okay. So you still got this just janky ass bell crank, dude, that hits your fuel tank mount. Like, how is that even a legit idea, right? Like, stupid. And so that I'm still struggling with that on this truck. But the remote glow wire itself is working just fine. You know, I hope you know how that works. That head, you just pull the wire and then it'll clip in there, you know, on the top of your glow plug. I use needle nose to get it in there. You know, but anyway, great idea though. Great concept. Works great. Don't have to pull the body off. You know, it's amazing that way. But yeah, just this, I got to figure out. I don't know how to mount the tank. Like literally, I've got it just zip tied on there because it hits the bell crank. So it's just fucked. And all this room, and they don't utilize it. They just left it. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not that the tank itself is the problem, it's where they fucking mounted it. Like, really? You couldn't push that back just a little RCH, you know, a little cunt hair? Like, for real? I'm sorry, but that's just bad form. You know, coming from Fast Lane Machine. Not to talk shit, but to talk shit. I'm sorry, I am, but I'm not. I love the guy. You know, I love his you know, his parts and shit. But that just, you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna do it, fix it. Make it better. Make, you know, be an innovator. Don't be a follower. You know, you're already, you know, investing all this money into it. Like it's not that big of a deal just to hurry and modify that, in my opinion. You know, that's something I would have done, you know, to make it better. But yeah, that rant. Anyway, yeah, this is that little truck that I got from the yard sale. That's now an XL. Still running the THS exhaust. I put all kinds of different engines on this truck all the time. We're always putting something new on there, it seems like. Right now it's running the Axial 28 THS pipe. Fucking rips, dude. I did figure out a way to modify the third needle here, or the mid needle, to make this shit work. It's actually difficult. So if you guys have any of these carbs and you're having trouble with the mid needle, let me know. I will email you the solution, or I will mail you the solution. Okay. Now it's going to be kind of weird, but it works really good. I have this specific orange O-ring, right? You only need to do it once, right? But you got to make sure you're putting it in there nice and straight. It'll actually cut the O-ring, but seal it at the same time. It's weird, but it worked absolutely beautifully. This needle actually fell out. I found it in the road when I, you know, fixed that problem. It was crazy, dude. But yeah, so if any of you guys have these like 21J or whatever the fuck they are, carburetors, the 8334s, or I can't remember exactly, but you know what I mean. These SH carbs that are shitty with the third needle. If you guys, you know, if you have any of them and you need help with it, let me know. I will help you. We'll get that going again for you. Yeah. So not a real long live today, guys. I just wanted to, you know, shoot the shit with you as always. Really wanted to show you badmaxx and what Jordan did with it. The man did a great job. Really, really happy and blessed to have him around to help us, you know, with our RC cars. You know, Jeff's brother-in-law. It's really, really cool. All the new subscribers, you all are fucking legends. You know, the channel right now is growing like insanely fast. And just thank you. It's never grown like this before in the past. And what's weird is like we're not even in prime RC, you know, weather and time yet. So it's really cool. I'm really grateful. You know, we'll have more giveaways and cool shit coming up soon. You know, definitely want to give more servos away. Those are really easy for me, and people seem to really like it, you know, the servo giveaways. So we'll probably stick with those. But yeah, once we hit 1,000, definitely be looking out for a servo giveaway, for sure. And then, of course, the maiden rip of the LST. Just waiting for a couple of things. I said I need to get that basher body and a few other things, and then, it'll be up and ripping. That's going to be fun. This summer is going to be awesome. Super excited. And then real quick, before I let y'all go, is anyone else going to run Nitro today? Yes, of course, we'd love to. But is anyone else going live? Let me shout you out real quick. Let's, get it saved to the lives and everything, or, to all the pages on Facebook. Let's get your live popping. So let me know if you plan to go live today. I'll definitely try to stop in and be there. I'd like to support you guys as much as I can. So let me know. Yes, sir. Gonna rip my Jado 3.3 and my Nitro 4. I can't see that. 4 Tech? Oh, dude, you got a 4 Tech? I'm jelly, bro. I'd love an on-road one of these days, man. I'm gonna get an on-road, dude, and it's gonna rip. I'm gonna have fun with that shit. I see Rugged RC always ripping that serpent that he has and whatnot, and that just looks so much fun, So so it's 50 in Michigan. So at least your guys' weather's turning around, dude. It's not too bad. 50's good, man. You can rip in 50. We all like that. That's perfect weather here in Utah. Hell yeah. Yeah, still trying to figure out that Savage. I love this, dude. Things can't. All right. Show you guys one more of my cases, right? One of my secrets here. Just kidding. It's not a secret. But this is a very lovely box. I promise you, you'll like it. So yeah, force pull starts, from all my various engines, and like I said, I convert everything to electric start if I can, just because I'm lazy. So we got some extra pull starts there. Here is that Force 21 that I modified over last summer, right? All right, we modified that sleeve. This was the very first engine I ever modified. And I went super fucking crazy with it. It was pretty fun. Obviously, I wouldn't go, like this again. I guess I would, but just, in more of a cautionary way, I guess I should say it, right? So that was super fun. I never did modify the crank or anything like that, but still have it. So yeah, if you guys ever need any force parts, I do have a bunch of force engine parts, as you can see. So if you guys do need anything, let me know. I've got a very nice connecting rod collection as well. I've been very fortunate to find. So here's your Traxxas 3.3 rod, right? Or you could use it on a Dynamite 19, don't matter. Right? I even got a connecting rod for that fucking OS 30, dude. Yeah. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like that OS, it means something to me. I should rip it, but, a couple of force rods for the .36 and 38. And then our 32, 38 rod for the axial. Right? See? Pretty cool, huh? I was able to find it. Got a great, I got a few carbs too, right? So this one right here, this will go on your TRX 3.3 and 2.5, right? So this is the 21113M, right? This carb is badass. If you can find one, they're about $80, but a way better option, I think, than the OS 11K, and just as powerful. You know what I mean? You're going to get just as much out of that carb as you would in 11K. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what that is, right? .9 rebuild. Look at how big that fucker is, man. So that's your 5.9, 0.36. Just straight beefcake. So beautiful. But yeah, blessed to have this. Cost me like 140. Hella expensive. But when that 5.9 goes, at least I'll be able to rebuild it. Right? Here's a 0.28. Force 0.28. Right? Very generic. But it does have the bypass. Only one oil groove. Right? That's a 3.3. SH28. Like I said, I got a few of them. Cool collections, man. I love collecting shit. There's another Force 28. But okay, guys. That's I think that's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Mark, get a hold of me. Chino, I'm gonna hit you up later, dude. A little bit later today, so be expecting that. SLC Nitro, I love you, bro. I'll be hitting you up too, of course, as always. Troy, hang in there, brother. We'll help you where we can and when we can. Much love. And we'll see you guys later. Okay?